If you're about to play Hytale for the first time, stop. There are a few mistakes that permanently ruin your early experience and most players make them. Hytale looks simple, but its systems are way deeper than people expect. These tips come from how the game is designed, not guesses. The biggest mistake new players will make is rushing their first world expecting Minecraft. In Hytale, your world choice affects progression far more than you expect. For example, your world gen will heavily impact your exploration routes. The first thing you see in Hytale will be the first impressions you have of the game, so a bad spawn can lead to slow progression and lowered expectations. And you can't easily reset these early decisions when you spawn in, but I think you have to go in with an open mindset and expect good in the game. Another mistake is jumping straight into solo play. Hytale isn't just multiplayer optional, it's multiplayer enhanced. Now, let me be clear, I have said in the past to try out solo before jumping into servers. I don't mean don't play with friends, I just mean before you jump into a server where people already have got to grips with the game and know the core systems, play by yourself or with one or two friends, and you guys will learn the game a lot faster as you each discover different parts of the game and share it with each other. Co-op progression will be a lot funner and faster. You'll have shared exploration, exploring a lot more of Orbis together, and this means there will be a lot shorter of a learning curve. Also, consider subscribing if you found anything that I've said useful. I'll be covering a lot of Hytale content in the weeks to come. Now, this is not so much a mistake, but more of a warning. A lot of people still don't truly understand what Hytale is. They may be going in expecting a game that is completely different to their expectations. So what I will say is, before you play Hytale, watch some videos on it, understand what the game is truly about. Now, what the game is truly about is becoming more of a common question, because what is the game truly about? Is it a modding game? Is it a client-side server? Is it a sandbox? Is it an RPG? That's a question that still needs to be answered and will be answered with a few more years of development. But I think it can be all of those things. But what I will say is, before you load into a world, watch some videos on the game, see if it's for you. Even consider doing that before you've bought the game. It will help a lot so you don't feel overwhelmed and feel like you've spent money on an unpolished game. This next one people may not see coming, and that's simply to play the game a reasonable amount. Don't just sit at home and play the game for 10 hours on end from the release day to whenever. I know we're all desperate to play, but I think playing a reasonable amount on early access is very healthy, because you may be expecting a lot of things to already be implemented into the game. But if you play a reasonable amount, they're going to be adding things constantly, so you always have something to look forward to. Whereas if you're playing every single day, you're going to get burnt out, you're going to miss out on new content because you're probably thinking, I don't want to return to Hytale because it's boring, I've done everything there is to do, when really you're just missing out on all the great new content that they're adding. So if I was you, play 2 to 3 hours per day. Obviously on launch day, a lot of us will want to play a lot of hours, and I can't say that I'm going to play 2 or 3 hours every day, but I think it's healthy. I think if we're playing 10 hours a day, within a week or two, we're going to be sick of the game, and we're going to give up on a game that we have such high expectations for, and there will be so much content to be added in the coming weeks. The final and most important point in my opinion is to simply be patient with the game. Simon has stated that they've only recently got the game into a playable state. From when they got the game was completely unplayable, a mess, and they had to fix so many different things simply to get the game out on early access launch next week. I think this is incredible, but it also means that when we enter the game, we have to be very careful with our expectations. We may get killed from a zombie across the map. We may be falling into the void after loading into our first world. These things will happen. There will be lots of bugs and mistakes, and things will be heavily tweaked from our feedback. So if we don't give them the right feedback and we're simply just spouting negative noise, then the devs won't be able to make constructive changes to the game. The game's unpolished and unfinished. If we be patient, it will take it to new heights. But if we don't stay patient, things may not go well. I'll be covering everything Hytale post-launch and for many years to come hopefully. Consider subscribing, it helps me out a lot. Peace.